Hey everyone, so again, I wanted to get into the 4 tips for assessing your services for equity. And this is more so for my support staff, so your school counselors, your social workers, school psychologists, occupational therapists, that realm. But most schools typically have student information systems, so that could be Tyler Sys, Infinite Campus, Schoology, whatever you may use. A lot of them or Power School, sorry. But a lot of them have a function where you can pull reports and also keep reports on who you are servicing. So this makes this a little bit easier. If you work in a smaller district and don't have a student information system, it's still doable. Google Sheets is very reliable. But either way, the steps are pretty much the same. The first thing that you want to do to assess your equity of services is to keep a log on who you are servicing. For me as a school counselor, some examples of what those students, a list of services that I might provide, or a middle school transition day. I'm servicing students through small groups, individual counseling, counseling lessons, and for most of my services, or a bulk, because mainly I do tier 1, I'm going to have a lot of services where I service the whole school. I'm still going to keep that data, but it's good to kind of see and compare that to how I'm servicing in tier 2 and tier 3 with my small groups and individual counseling. So yeah, the second thing that you want to do to assess your equity, keep raw numbers of student demographics. So this is grade level, this is IEP status, ELL status, race. Now, when it comes to gender and sex, because most of the times when we collect data, and even on the census, is usually male or female, there's actually a lot of advocacy going on right now with gender inclusive data collection. And so I'm going to actually put what is recommended over here. But what I found through my reading was that it said that gender is actually more beneficial than actually collecting data on sex. So the third thing that you want to do to assess equity is to gather, again, your school-wide demographics, because this is going to help you with a little bit of the math equation that you have to do. So the last part is you're going to find the percentages. So my example that I might use is that I'm looking at the students that I did individual counseling with, and I might see that out of my Black or African American students, I have served 45, and looking at my school's demographics, it tells me that I have 120 students. So I'm going to divide that 45 by the 120. That gives me 38%. I have served 38% of our African American population, which isn't a lot, right? But then also I might compare it to, okay, my Latino students, I might have served 12, and we might have 48 out of the whole school. Well, that tells me that I've served 25%. So it shows me that I'm serving more African students than I am Latino students. But maybe I go a little bit further and I see that through my data that we have 75 white students, and I've served 60 of them. So that percentage is going to be way higher than the other two. And so I might need to look back at all of my services and see where are the missed opportunities to serve these other student groups that may not be getting services from me more. And I might want to also collect some data to see why that is. But again, those are the 4 tips. You're going to keep record of the students that you're servicing, and that's a whole different video because it takes a lot of organization. 2, you want to keep raw numbers of your student demographics, and then you want to compare it to your whole school demographics, and then find those percentages so that you can kind of compare and contrast how you're servicing through the different demographic groups overall. Also, I forgot to mention, as an education consultant, one of the things that I do or provide as a service is I provide professional development and coaching around how to assess your data through the students that you're servicing. And so if that's something that you're interested in or you need more help in, again, it's like a beginner's level of, okay, I have data, I'm servicing students, I'm keeping that data. Now, what do I do with the data? If you're interested, make sure you look at my link tree. You set up a discovery call or fill out a pre-consultation form if that is something that you are looking for to help either yourself or your employees.